So, getting into mixing. Key to the great sound check is to make sure everyone gets what they want. Musicians use it as a time to practice, worship leaders use it as a time to work out their arrangements, and the sound tech uses it to perfect the mix. To get the most of the sound checked, an order process will maximize time for everyone, get what they need. So we can simplify this down to 2 goals: getting the best sound from the stage to the sound booth, getting the best sounds from the booth to the house speakers and monitors. And then your sound check is your last chance to get monitors dialed in. This one bugs me. A lot of musicians, I don't know if they have a bad relationship with sound people, but they're just like, man, I couldn't hear this. It's like, well, why didn't you tell me 4 hours ago when I could have fixed it for you? So I have it set up as sort of a 4-step process. So you have line check. So during this process, you'll verify the equipment is sending to the mixer and into the right channel. So you can have this with people playing. Better setup is once you've got your stuff set up, go through, especially if you have a digital mixer, you can have the iPad with you, just talk into each mic and every input and make sure, 1, it's sending, and 2, it's sending where it's supposed to be sending. You have it plugged into the right thing. So you're just verifying that you have signal. And then you can get it in the general realm of where you want it for gain. Once you get into like the actual sound check, this is where I would set gain for my channels. So have the drummer, this is always hard for them, just kick drum. And you're just in there adjusting gain until you get in that, in my case, like I said, plus 10, but just getting that right signal level. This also, you really need to work with your musicians. They need to be playing what they're going to be playing like normally. So because they're the only thing playing, sometimes they'll back off a little bit, but they need to be giving you, like, this is how I'm going to be playing when I'm playing the song. Then you go, okay, snare drum. And then often finish, once I get through all the drums and setting gains, then I'll say, okay, now give me the whole kit, and that's how I set my overheads, and they're more than happy to finally actually like play something other than quarter notes. This 0 dB, again, was analog console, and then if you have a digital one that's FS, then you're getting into, you want minus 18, minus 15-ish, whatever they say is their line level. Now, you can even do this during that, like have them play something. You can do some minor EQ stuff if you hear a problem. So I'll use something called search and destroy. I'll boost the frequency, move it back and forth, and then cut it out. Now when you cut, remember you want skinny. You can get a bit of trouble with this because when you boost a frequency range 12 dB, it always sounds weird because we never hear something that's like this and this. So the better way to think about it is listen to what you're hearing and go, there's something I don't like, and then find that with the search and destroy. So it's like, it's kind of muddy. Boost it up and go, that's what I was hearing, and then cut that out. As opposed to just going, cut. I've seen so many where it's just like 4 bands of really tight cuts, do. And it's like, well, yeah, if you boost something like that, it's going to sound bad. So what you're looking for is the thing that sounds the worst, and you're just sort of cutting that out. I generally do like 2. I'll cut 2 frequencies like that, generally at most. And usually more on the lower end. High ends always sound super weird when you boost it like that. And then as they start playing, they're going to ask for monitor changes. Do it. The best way to talk to the band is with a talkback microphone. So I have a microphone at the back, it's hooked into my board, and then there's a button I press that lets me talk to them. When you yell at them because of the distance, you always sound angry. So just gently talking into a microphone, into their floor wedge or into their ears it creates a better environment, and they'll be more likely to ask you for things. But yeah, even if you're not angry and it's like, yeah, this is what I'm here to do, when you're yelling, it just comes across aggressively and scares people. And then you get in, so now we've set our gain, we set high pass filters, we did some EQ adjustments, have them play and just start mixing.